Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and today we are back with a very cool case of Captivz figures. Thank you so much to Toymonster International and Playwise Partners. They sent this over to me so I can check out these brand new Captivz plated dinosaurs. This is the newest round of Captivz that have just come out, and honestly, they look really cool because even though most of them are based, actually I think all of them are species we've had before, they look really neat from the images that I had seen of them because they are, as the name says, plated dinosaurs. They have really cool colors to them. Obviously not realistic colors, but this is basically what the case looks like. And then if we turn it around, I would think that we would probably, yes, have a checklist of all of the different species that are included in this, which you can see again, all species that we've had previously, but honestly, again, I'm telling you, these things look super cool from the images that I have seen. So I'm going to start popping them open and then we'll check them out from there. So first of all, here's what the actual eggs look like. You can see a really nice shine to the eggs. Definitely very different from the previously released Captivz. And you can see that this one includes blue slime and a collector's card, which is really exciting. I absolutely love the cards that they include with these figures. But the egg looks really nice. Once we take that part of the packaging off, you are then left with just a really nice blue egg, which you can see has a really nice shine to it as well, just like the packaging did. Once you pop that egg open, you can see what we have contained within. We have, of course, the blue slime, which, again, we'll just put this down for just a second, give you a nice shot of what the blue slime looks like, which definitely looks fun. I don't usually ever mess with the slime. I usually end up giving it to my niece because she loves slime, so that's where that will go. But then you can see, again, pop and lock plated dino. This one has the T-Rex here on the front of the packaging, which looks really neat. And overall, again, very cool looking appearance to this. So if we actually readjust the camera here, so once we pull this open, it'll give us a nice idea of what we've got contained within. So first of all, it's the Dimetrodon, and man, does that ever look awesome. And there's everything else that is included. So here is the card, and look at how super cool the card is. The cards have that shine as well. Look at that. That is so cool. I actually took all of my Captivz cards and put them into an actual like binder to kind of keep them in good condition. So I'm going to have to pull that back out now to put some of these new cards in it. Also, actually, before I go too far, the back shows off a really nice image of the Dimetrodon as well. And then we have the slip that's contained within here, which you can see basically shows off the different dinosaurs that are in the line. And of course, not all dinosaurs. We've got a Mosasaurus right there. And then if we turn it around, we can see the rest. You can see again, pop and lock, which is basically what these figures always are. But even here in the card, they look really neat. And there is our gold-plated Dimetrodon. And look at how awesome that looks. That is super cool. And they have a very nice, very smooth feel to them for some reason when they do this. Like, they feel different than, you know, the other figures do. They've released some similar type figures in the past when it comes to, like, different series they've released. There's usually, like, a few that are kind of, you know, similar to this in color. I remember a really neat Pyroraptor at one point, but this is honestly awesome. Definitely one of the coolest Captivz that they have released so far. So let's go ahead. I'm actually going to take all of the other eggs. I'm going to take off all of the packaging, and then we're just going to go straight into bringing the actual slips in that contain the figures and checking them out from there. So we've got them all now out of the eggs and basically just sitting here, so we can continue opening these. And the next one would be the Giganotosaurus. I can see that already. And here is the card for our Giga, which again has that super cool shine to it. And I love that they've kind of matched up the color on the card to the figure itself, which is definitely neat. So let's put this one together. And there we go. Definitely one of the coolest looking versions of the Giganotosaurus that I have seen yet. Honestly, these figures, I would almost say, even though it's not going to stand, so we'll just stand it up like that for right now. But even though these are pretty new, I would say they're underrated already. Like, these things are so much cooler than even I was expecting them to be. So the next one is the Dilophosaurus. And here is the card for our Dilophosaurus, again showing off the really nice greenish color that we have for it. Very cool shot of the Dilo here on the back. Let's get the tail on this one. There we go. There is our Dilophosaurus, again looking absolutely awesome. I can't even begin to tell you guys how much I like these. Like, they're so cool looking. The next one we have is... I'm afraid it's going to fly open and go flying everywhere. Oh, it's the Pyroraptor. And then here is our Pyroraptor card with an absolutely awesome image of the Pyroraptor right there. And then again, a nice shot there, that almost like classic shot of the Pyroraptor on the back. This one's going to take a few pieces to put together. And there is our super cool, super shiny Pyroraptor as well, which looks really nice. Very similar, actually, to the previously released version that was kind of similar to that of the Pyroraptor, but at the same time a bit different as far as the red goes. And the next one is the Stygimoloch. So here is our card for the Stygimoloch. You can see it looks very, very cool as well. And then again, a nice shot, almost the exact same shot, actually. It is the same shot here for the back. What we have back there, we also had the Therizinosaurus basically photobombing on the back of that. There is our absolutely beautiful Stygimoloch. Very cool, kind of like an orangish sort of tone for this one. It almost looks gold, but sort of looks like orange at the same time, which is actually really neat. Some of them, as per usual, have kind of warped legs and stuff that happens very commonly with figures like this. And then we'll go ahead and pop this one out and see who we have. It's blue. It looks like it's the Baryonyx. So get that Baryonyx, the rest of the Baryonyx out. And then here is our card, which again has the really cool bluish color. Very, very nice, very cool shine to the card. And the face there for our Baryonyx, as well as the Spinosaurus looming right over the Baryonyx. Nice way to put those two on, again, considering they are related. Very cool to have them both next to each other on the card. So there is our Baryonyx, again looking absolutely awesome. Then the next one, and there are so many in this wave of figures, but the next one is silver. It is the Atrociraptor. And there is our Atrociraptor card, which actually I'm pretty sure is showing off a Velociraptor, not an Atrociraptor, so a little slip up there when it comes to the card. Looks like actually Velociraptor blue, maybe? It's hard to tell because of the silver on the image, but you can see again, definitely the Velociraptor on the back, but that's okay because the figure looks super cool. And there is our Atrociraptor in all of its shiny glory, looking also awesome. And the next one is, I almost made it fly open too fast. It's the T-Rex, which is a great one. So here is the card for our Rex, which you can see features that nice classic Rexy shot. And then here on the back, whoa boy, wasn't prepared for her to be like jumping into my face like that. But let's go ahead, get the T-Rex together. There we go. We've got our T-Rex now together. And again, looking absolutely excellent, like all of these figures do. T-Rex is standing pretty nicely, which is a plus. The next one is flying out pretty quickly. It is the Brachiosaurus. So here is the card for our Brachiosaurus with a gorgeous image of it. And then, oh, look at that adorable head. Oh, look at that adorable head of the Brachiosaurus here on the back. I always love the Brachiosaurus in the Jurassic franchise. They really win over your heart in Jurassic Park, I would say, with that tree feeding scene. And they break your heart in Fallen Kingdom. But you can see the Brachiosaurus also looks really cool. And I like that even though we already have a green dino, it is a different shade of green compared to the Dilophosaurus. And then the next one here is the Spinosaurus. Very cool. And then here is the card for the Spinosaurus. I love that image of the Spino. Looking really, really neat. You can see, of course, the species name and everything. And then here on the back, you actually don't see the Spino. He's kind of hiding. You kind of see, I think, what would be the sail for the Spinosaurus, but you don't actually see him because of the Jurassic logo right there. But let's go ahead and get the tail on our Spino. There we go. Again, looking really cool. That one has kind of like all sorts of different tints of color to it. You can kind of see like pinks and blues and greens and purples. Like there's so many colors on that Spinosaurus as you kind of turn it and let the light hit it. And we are down to 2, so we've only got 2 left. Let's figure out where the heck I open this from. This one seems like it's got a pretty big piece. Oh, it's the Therizinosaurus. That explains why. You can see it's got a big piece of plastic in there. So here is the card for the Therizinosaurus, and we have at least the claws on the back there for it. There is our Therizinosaurus itself, somehow looking maybe even cooler than the Spinosaurus did, because we have even more colors on this one. Man, these things are seriously insane. Like, they are some of the coolest Captivz ever. And then we have the final one. And the final one is the Mosasaurus. I should have known that, just based on who we have in here already. And then we've got the card for the Mosasaurus, which you can see a nice shot of it. And then again, the Jurassic logo on the back. And then there is our Mosasaurus itself, looking insanely cool. So there is the full line of the plated Captivz figures here before us, looking beyond awesome. I think we're going to jump to a quick closer look. You know, we don't have to wait and have a review on a different day because these figures are all sculpts that we've already reviewed, so we basically just want to take a quick, closer look at the actual colors of these. So let's jump to it. So there is our T-Rex, and you can see again we've got a really cool tone of color for this one, almost like a silver sort of, but at the same time, it also has a little bit of a slight gold shine to it. But you can see the figure looks absolutely awesome in these colors. And what else is cool is, even though it has this, again, plated sort of a look, when you get nice and close, if my camera focuses, you can see all of the incredible detail is still found on the figures. Like, it absolutely retains all of the fantastic sculpt and fine detail you would see on more of the traditional kind of like regular painted version of the T-Rex. So the T-Rex is absolutely gorgeous, maybe even the best one overall. We've also got the Baryonyx, which again has a really cool blue shine to it. And honestly, I don't even know how good it's picking up on camera, but these are incredibly vibrant, very bright as far as the colors used. And the Baryonyx is definitely one of the brightest overall, I would say. And I love that as you kind of turn it, it almost looks like it has different shades of blues to it, which is super cool. And just like with the T-Rex, you can see it also retains all of the incredible detail that you see on the regular version of that Baryonyx. Then we've got the Stygimoloch, which has that kind of like orangish gold to it, almost like a, I don't know if I'd really say copper sort of color, but it looks really neat, definitely shining again beautifully, which honestly you would think that these colors would almost drown the detail out, but I feel like maybe it's even amplified it. Somehow the detail pops even better on these than your standard Captivz. The only difference is you don't have those dark washes that they usually use at play helping to highlight the detail, but you can see that is absolutely one of the coolest Stygimoloch figures in existence. We've also got the Pyroraptor again with a really nice reddish tone. There was a Pyroraptor in a previous wave similar to this, but this red seems a bit darker than the older ones, so definitely still, again, its own unique figure. It's not like it's a repeat of the previous version, but that one as well looks awesome. And then give you a nice better shot here of the Brachiosaurus and the really cool greenish tones that it has going on. You can see again, definitely a really neat looking coloration to use on the Brachiosaurus. Almost kind of reminds me of the JP3 version, but obviously with a bit more of an unrealistic coloration to it. But you can see it looks so nice and again shines so nicely. I don't know, maybe I'm a crow or something. I'm just loving the fact that these are so shiny. It really draws me in. You can see the same thing for the Dilophosaurus. Again, those greens just pop so nicely on this figure. It almost is like so reflective when it comes to the frill itself. You just see the way the light shines off of it. Man, these things are so cool. Like, I had seen somebody finding these at Walmart, Plush Boy Q it was actually. Just from his images alone, I was like, okay, they look pretty cool. But in person, they are way cooler than I was expecting. We've also got the T-1000, the Atrociraptor, and you can see that also looks super cool. Has a very nice silver shine to it, very nice silver color to it, and again looks absolutely awesome. Maybe that's why we have the Velociraptor on the card, because this is in fact a liquid metal Terminator, a T-1000, and maybe it's actually a Velociraptor kind of posing as an Atrociraptor. I think I've figured that out. We've also got the Mosasaurus, which I love that this one has like a slight light bluish tint, considering it is a Mosasaurus, but at the same time, it also has kind of a purplish tint to it. So it's another one of those instances where these figures kind of show off numerous different colors as you let the light hit them. And again, just like with the others, you can really see, I think, and appreciate how impressive the sculpt is with these colors on these figures. It just looks honestly incredible. And then we've got the Spinosaurus, which is coated with all sorts of different colors, and you can really see as I kind of turn it and let the light hit it, all of the different colors that are found on this one. And again, the way that they shine on the figure, it is insanely cool. I think the only thing I'm a little bit sad about is the fact that there's no Carnotaurus included in this line. Maybe a future wave. But you can see the Giganotosaurus as well. Again, also kind of having almost a silver tone, but definitely a good bit darker, almost bordering on like a silver mixed with a black. And that one as well, again, shines the details so beautifully. Like, look at that sculpt. That is far and away the most screen-accurate sculpt for a Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion that is on the market, in my opinion. And then maybe my favorite overall, we have the Dimetrodon, which is so gold, it's almost like impacting my camera with how impressive the colors look on this one. I think I have to kind of just stay further away with this guy. You can really see it right there, again, how incredible the gold on the Dimetrodon is. That is far and away, I would say, my favorite of the line overall. Maybe I'm biased because I love Dimetrodon, but it looks awesome. And then, of course, the final one is the Therizinosaurus, and again, so many colors on this one. It's like they couldn't decide what color they wanted to go with because they had used so many cool colors on the others that they just decided to use every color. But you can see, again, it looks phenomenal. So that's really about it. I mean, I don't think there's really much else we need to go over. The sculpts and everything we have had a few different times in different waves through the years from the Captivz line. These are all basically brand new repaints, but they are far and away some of the coolest repaints. If you are into really neat kind of stylized versions of dinosaurs or standout versions of dinosaurs, like these are must-haves. Overall, they are some of the coolest looking, flashiest looking, and definitely some of the most attention-grabbing dinosaur figures that I have ever seen. The colors that they've used and the way they've applied the paint just makes these figures pop in a big way. I feel like no matter what collection you have going on, if you display these in your collection room, they're probably going to drag in the attention of anybody that walks into your room, maybe before anything else, because they are so flashy, so unique, and so unbelievably cool looking. Again, I feel like I misjudged these when I first heard about them. I thought they would be just another really cool line of repaints, but they are far and away cooler than that, and so much more overall awesome in person than I was ever expecting them to be. So I highly recommend heading to your local Walmart and searching these out and picking some up for yourself. I have heard that according to Plush Boy Q, he found them in the stocking stuffer aisle. So if you can head there, look around. If they don't have them now, they should have them soon, because I do believe they're starting to trickle out into different Walmarts throughout the United States. Outside of the United States, I'm not entirely sure, but if you can get these and, get them in your hands, I highly recommend picking them up. So make sure you do that, and of course, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.